Hello everyone, my name is Arun Desmai, a graduate student in computer science at City College of New York. For advanced topic in internet programming, I'm presenting Ember.js. I'm going to start with what is Ember.js. Ember is a front-end JavaScript framework designed to help developers build websites with rich and complex user interactions. It gives us an organized structure, conventions, and built-in ways to do some of the hard things, like Angular, Backbone, and Knockout. Ember arrived recently to help developers build great front-end applications uh, while maintaining a clean code base. A brief history of Ember.js. The original name of the Ember.js was Spark Core MVC framework. It was developed by Yehuda Katz and Tom Dahl. Initially released in December 2011, and the stable release is in November 2016, version 2.10.0. Why we choose Ember? Ember.js is an open-source JavaScript framework and cross-platform. It provides the Glimmer rendering engine to increase the rendering speed. It provides command-line interface utility that integrates Ember patterns into development process and focuses easily on developer productivity. It supports the data binding to create the link between two properties, and when one property changes, the other property will get updated to a new value. Who is using Ember? There are many companies who are using Ember right now, like LinkedIn, Apple Music, Discord, Heroku Dashboard, Naga, PlayStation, Yahoo, Twitch, Microsoft, and many more, which I didn't list it here. The feature of Ember. Ember CLI is a robust development toolkit to create, develop, and build Ember applications. Routing. Routing is the central part of an Ember application. It enables developers to drive the application's state from the URL. Templating engine. Use handlebars syntax to write our application's templates. Data layer. Ember data provides a consistent way to communicate with external APIs and manage application state. Ember Inspector, a browser extension to inspect and debugging application live. How does it work? Ember is a MVC plus OR, which is model plus view plus controller plus route framework. Ember is heavily route driven when compared with other MVC app frameworks. The Ember team believes that the web is URL driven, and so should the applications that reside inside them. Hence, every view is driven via a route. By default, there is an application route that bootstraps the initial application. Ember has a very strict naming convention in place. Using this naming convention, the Ember resolver resolves all the routers, controllers, components. So it is very important to understand how Ember expects our app to be structured. So that is that it can apply the logic we have written. The core concepts of Ember. The URL can be set in a few ways. The user loads the app for the first time. The user changes the URL manually, such as by clicking the back button or by editing the address bar. The user clicks a link within the app. No matter how the URL gets set, the first thing that happens is that the Ember router maps the URL to a route handler. The route handler then typically does two things. It does a module, it loads a module that is then available to the template. It renders a template. Ember uses templates to organize the layout of HTML in an application. Ember templates use the syntax of handlebars templates, which is very powerful. Anything that is valid in handlebars syntax is valid in Ember syntax. Templates can also display properties provided to them from their context, which is either a component or a route controller. Models represent persistent state. A model typically persists information to a web server, although models can be configured to save to anywhere, such as the browser's local storage. Component. While templates describe how a user interface looks, components control how the user interface behaves. Components consist of two parts: a template written in handlebars and a source file written in JavaScript that defines the component's behavior. Ember architecture. Models are the objects that represent the data. So we wrap the model function inside apps dot. For example, right here is food. App dot foods route equal ember dot route dot extend, and the model is inside it. So it will return the data we use. It is for display the data. We write this code in index file. Like I write this code in index file, which which need to be wrapped inside script type equal text slash x dash handlebars data template name. For example, like this one is food, and then we write code inside this script. Also, code inside this script, it can be handlebars template. Also, it can be HTML code. Controller it push the data from the model to view. So in here, the code in JavaScript controller file, we export our function, which is inside this action, and like we need to write some code like what we need it to do. Template is a key part of defining your user interface. Ember use handlebar templating library. So for the template, we need to wrap the code inside the script type equal text x /x handlebars, and then the template code is inside it. The curly braces are called helpers, and also the each curly brace with h, which is start by h and end h, it is called the block helper. Routes it helps to manage the state of the application, and also it helps to navigate the app. So app.router.map function this .route food, so that means the domain and then /food, and also we can add more route to this function also if we have any more route. Naming convention. So Ember, it is very important because Ember is very strict for the naming convention. So for example, like this one, we have the route which is called food. So the route object is app.food route, and controller, it must be app.food controller. Modal also it must be app.food view, app.food view, and template is food. So the name must be the same for route, controller, modal, view, and template. Getting started. Ember Ember to be able to run, it require many dependency. For example, the first one is Git and Node.js and npm. Ember it run on Node.js. Bower, Watchman, and Patom, they are optional. To install Ember.js globally, we use command npm install -g ember-cli. To create a new project using Ember.cli, we use the new command. A new project will be created inside our current directory. We can now go to Anchor NYC, which is the name of the project, and also it is a directory, and start working on it. For directory structure, the new command generates a project structure with the files and directories. The app, this is where folders and files for modules, components, routes, templates, and styles are stored. The majority of our coding on the Ember project happens in this folder. Config. This config directory contains the environment.js, where we can configure settings for our app. Node modules package.json. This directory and file are from npm. The package.json file maintains the list of current npm dependencies for the app. Any Ember CLI add-ons we install will also show up here. Packages listed the in package.json are installed in the node module directory. Public. This directory contains assets such as images and fonts. Vendor. This directory is where front-end dependencies such as JavaScript or CSS For example, like we have jQuery library or Bootstrap CSS file that are not managed by Bower Go. Test or test Ember.js automated tests for our app go in the test folder, and Ember CLI's test runner test m is configured in test m.js. Ember CLI build.js. This file describes how Ember CLI should build our app for production. To start the Ember development server, we need to run Ember server. Now it's time for demo. So I built a small app which is built by Ember. So this app it is a app for a restaurant which allow user to order the food online. Like as you see here on the home page, so there are 4 courses listed, and also on the route foods, so it lists different, it has more courses on this. And the route cart, so the route cart, yeah, it's for the cart when the user order and order history. So right now I'm trying to order like a few courses. For example, I am ordering papaya salad here and add to cart. Also, should I check out right now or not? So I want to order some more, like Khmer noodle, this one, and then I add to cart. So I have 2 courses right now. Then I'm gonna click check out. So on my order history, like order 0, I have 2 courses, papaya salad and Khmer noodle. And I want to order extra, so I'm gonna order more, like grill amok, add to cart, one more, maybe Khmer curry, and then add to cart, and maybe one more, I need one more, lemongrass soup, okay, add to cart, and then check out. So in the history, I have 2 order history. The first one, which has 2 courses, and the second one, which has 3 courses. So as you have seen about the route here, yes, that is the central about Ember. I think it is done now, and so for my slides, I put it here on the last slide, and my repository, it is github/arundias/uncle.nyc. Thank you very much. So, yeah.